In today's market, it's essential to be mobile optimized, no matter how big or small your organization, in order to reach customers. I'm MarketingSherpa reporter Courtney Eckerle here at the MarketingSherpa Media Center at IRCE. And sitting with me is Anthony Qaiyum, who is the president and co-owner of Merz Apothecary, which is a local Chicago establishment for the past 140 years.
Yeah, 140 years this year.
So, and you've just recently mobile optimized your website.
Yeah, about a month and a half ago. So,
what was the opportunity that you saw in that? What made you make the switch?
Well, we'd already decided to do it before we saw the Google sort of deadline looming for search results, but I think that really kind of was the spurs, just saying we don't want to lose any chance to any search engine optimization rankings and things like that. And also we could just see, even at the store level, customers coming in and saying, oh, do you have that on your site, and pulling it up and having to like magnify their phone, which didn't feel good, and felt like people should be able to find our products, whether they're already our customers or are coming to us as new customers.
And that's a big challenge. You have a brick and mortar, but you can see that it's affecting your customer, but how do you finally decide to divert the resources and the time?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a balancing act, and I feel like, honestly, now that we saw the results, it's like I wish we had pushed it a little harder earlier, but we built a new store in this past year. There's a bunch of new projects that we did, and when your resources are limited, sometimes you make the calls as it's flying in your face rather than as you could if you could see it from 20,000 feet. But we did it, and I'm really glad we did.
So what were the chronological steps that you took to do this campaign?
Well, we looked and saw the opportunity. We talked to Celerant, who's our point of sale provider and our web platform, and they had been talking to us about the mobile commerce. And to be honest, it was one of those they kept trying to put it on our radar at a little higher place. And finally, I said, yeah, you know what? We can't go through another holiday season or even any of this year, if possible, without having a mobile platform in place. And so, once we did that, they sort of took our site, they developed it for a while with what was their existing platform, and then I'm sort of a stickler about the user experience and making sure that's good, which is part of why I put it off, because I didn't have the time to focus on it. But then we went back and helped them and said, no, like this should work better this way, like your checkout is not quite what it should be. And so I think it was good because probably we made it a better platform, but also it really feels like our site rather than just like a generic off-the-shelf product sort of glommed onto our site. Does that make sense?
Yes. So how do you think that it's made, have you noticed it making the experience better for customers coming into your store? Like you said before, they were there?
Yeah, I mean, at the anecdotal level and just at the personal level, I've had a number of customers pull something up on the site in the store. I'm not in the store all the time, but I've had people drop me a line saying, wow, like just found that product within 3 seconds on your site on the phone, which is a big deal, and my own salespeople not realizing in the first few days that it was already released, like at the other stores, something like that, were like, I pulled up the site and wow, I found everything so fast. And they tell me that customers are saying that at the store level, so that's been really great. And then just at the data level, watching our conversion rate across the site, across analytics across the site, that's been a big telling point for us that this was the right move.
And especially with a small store and apothecary at that, your customers expect kind of a beautiful aesthetic experience.
Yeah, I think that's what we're known for. People come to us because we're a destination store for hard to find things from around the world, or we have knowledge or just a sensorial experience that they're really excited about. Does that make sense? And I think, not that they expect us to be software developers, but it should feel like part of the larger experience. And so the ability for us, like, someone to be able to search by a unique floral scent or a unique anything, like, hey, show me something in Lily of the Valley and show me something from England, or show me a sandalwood from Italy. Like, that's not something you can do easily on every site, and we built our mobile site around that kind of what makes us unique,
So what are some of the results that you've gotten from this?
So I think in the first 4 weeks, the overall mobile results were from like 50 to 100% up across most of the analytics. In Google transactions and dollars, it was about 270 to 300% up on each of those on each of those metrics, which is a big deal for us, you know. So I would say it immediately told us we were on the right track.
So what advice would you give to a marketer who is or an owner who's in a similar situation?
I think the thing is, you know, I know it can be difficult, and it is for me too, to sort of put your attention on everything at once, but don't wait on committing to a mobile optimized site, and you know, look out there. And in the future, I think it's taught me a lesson about moving earlier on things that you know are going to be the case, but you don't necessarily see it as your highest priority when you're fighting fires at the store level, at the catalog level, technology level, you know, just the basic things you're doing already. You need to find time or carve out resources to get it done. And to me, that was, you know, I think you learn that lesson like every certain number of years. You think you know it, and then you kind of learn it again. But I think hopefully other people don't have to learn it as late as I did. So.
Well, hopefully this video will help with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Or just jump on it. That's the thing.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thanks for having me.
And if you would like more tips, tactics, and case studies, please visit MarketingSherpa.com.